Hello traders, it's Tomek here from Nikos Trading Academy and welcome in my weekly Forex forecast. Before I start with approach, I would like to invite you for our free event which we organize with ATFX broker. It will be a 3 days event. This is part 2. Last time in the part 1 I presented how to make top-down approach and I also showed you our basic strategies. This time we'll do a little bit more advanced techniques like bounce trading in the trend when we place the pending orders, trade against main direction, and also Renko swing trading strategy together with the top-down approach on the Renko charts. Below this, you will find registration form, and you will have access to all 3 days. All sessions are recorded, so if you register here and you cannot participate, you will get access later into those recording. And here you will find, of course, our full schedule. So I invite you. This is completely for free. Below this video, you will get the link to this registration form. So I hope to see you there. So let's start with our top-down approach. First pair is Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, and this pair is I analyzed this last week, and we see that our scenario didn't exactly happen. We said that we would like to see breakouts here and then continuation of possible down move, or breakout of the 2 to 3 line and continuation in the uptrend. If we pay attention to weekly, we will see that we are on the support level. There is chance for continuation still, but there is option for this bigger retracement. We also discussed that here we could catch more aggressive trade. If you like to take a little bit early entry. If not, we have to wait for another setup. And if I go to lower time frames, we didn't get this first setup here. We see that price ranged a little bit and then went up. And here, if you see, we get this first setup on the 4-hour chart to jump in if we like. However, this is the situation where if we decide to jump in this 1 to 3, we need to first calculate our risk reward. Our target is, of course, here on the resistance. So if we pay attention, entry would be here on the 4-hour chart. Stop loss would be like 70, 75 pips. So our risk reward in this case was not good to jump in here on the 4-hour time frame, especially that this is also late trend. So this was not good, and unfortunately there was no lower time frame scenarios. If we pay attention here, price just went up really fast. So if we go to lower time frames, we will see that we didn't get chance. Yes, price was too fast, then double top retracement, so we didn't have any options here to jump in. So we have to wait for another setup. Yes, not always we'll get trades. We need to get used to that. So if you don't see this, wait patiently for another occasion. And here, what we still have is this trend line. Here we can try to draw it from this point, and we see that this line is quite strong. So what happens now? Because we didn't have continuation after breaking of this line. We didn't have continuation to the previous resistance. Maybe this week price will create this lower high on the daily chart and will continue to go down. This is still possible. So what we need to see, or what we would like to get, is of course our trend line breakout, and then we start to look for possible setups again. You need to pay attention to this support level where price stopped. We know that basically we are around this support zone, and we see that this is always zone. Yes, we need to remember that. Last week I drew it like this, and this is okay, but we see that price went a little bit lower to retest this trend line. And if we pay attention, if I draw a little bit lower this level, you will also see that you have spikes here, and price reacted here. So this is also strong support. Like I said, this is zone. Yes, always market is not perfect. We need to remember that. So if we would like to take it on the 4-hour chart, if we will get setups, for example, like this, we need to use lower risk because we have this support, and we are not sure if price continue to go down. So we can take it on the 4-hour chart with low risk, or we can combine this 4-hour setup with the lower time frame entries and then manage our trades around this support zone. If you want to be more conservative, we need to wait for breakout of this, and then we will have new lower lows, possible lower highs, and our doors can be open for next possible target, which is quite far away. It's like 150 pips or even more. Maybe price will retest those lows. Yes, so even more, around 200 pips. So this is planned still for Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. So we will wait. CADCHF, what we see here on the weekly time frame, it looks like a wedge or range. We have this support zone here. We also have this trend line on the weekly chart here. So we see that price reacted a little bit on the 36, and maybe we will have continuation to retest this, or maybe even previous spike, which is here. If we go to daily chart, we'll also see that together with the 30, almost 36 EMA on the weekly, we had this resistance. So price reacted and right now is pointing down. We also have this trend line which was broken, and right now price is also on the daily support zone. Yes, we see that those spikes, but generally, as we pay attention to this chart, price was a little bit chaotic. We didn't have like a smooth moves with nice volatility, but we can still try to look for potential short scenarios. Ideally, we would like to see setup here, and then we can look for a continuation, or we wait for 4-hour chart retracement back to the 36 EMA, and then we pay attention to lower time frame entries, and we try to sell it. Or we can take it on the 4-hour time frame with low risk, but we have to pay attention what price will do here. Because if we see that price is struggling here, if it's not breaking, it's good to manage this position if we have this on the 4-hour time frame. Yeah? So this is option for CADCHF. Again, our target is quite low. It's like 100 pips. So this is still okay. Euro New Zealand. This is the situation where most of the traders have problems because we will find different scenarios on the different time frames. So if we pay attention to weekly chart, we will see that price is making long 1 to 3. So basically what we would like to get is continuation, and we would like to buy it. However, what else we can see here, that price might create for us lower high on the weekly chart, which we can say that, okay, there is weakness and maybe we'll have continuation of this down move. We don't know yet, but this is our approach, which we need to understand. Price right now is around or was retesting this weekly support. If I zoom out, you will see again that this is situation where we have spikes here. We have also another spikes a little bit lower. Yeah, so we have those levels, and of course resistance we can treat like a previous highs, previous tops. So basically weekly is pointing up. However, we know about this lower height. This is also our trend line. Maybe we can draw it from this point. No, the angle will be different. Yes, so we also see that this is also strong line. Yes, so together with this support, maybe price will react here. So this is also nice. Closer, we have this trend line here. So we go to daily chart, and what we have on the daily, this is the situation. Yes, that weekly is pointing up, daily is pointing down. And what we should do, we can trade, of course, in both directions still, also short entries, because the thing is that there is still chance that price will go down. As I said, we never know what price will do, so we can only manage our risk correctly. So just lower the risk in terms, or in case if price make the setup, for example, for short scenarios. But before maybe price will decide to go up, yes, decide to go up with this weekly long 1 to 3, which we are still not sure. Maybe we'll have situation that price will create a double bottom on the daily, or will even continue to this level. So everything is possible. So we go to 4-hour chart. So what we would like to achieve. We have this right now, and we go to 4-hour time frame, and price is a little bit broke our trend line, but still we have this small support level around 4-hour time frame. Yes, this is our support zone. So what we would like to do is to get another setup here. Yes, to be a little bit more conservative because price will break this support. Or if you find this aggressively and early entry, we can try. Yes, but remember that price is reacting on support. This on the 4-hour chart, we don't have clean move, because if I show you, this might be also beginning of the range. Yes, and price will continue to range in this zone. So that's why this setup will be aggressive. More conservative will be after breaking of this. And then we can, of course, we have this daily support, but we have previous lows. So this is area where also price might react and will bounce. So really remember to follow this trade and manage this in terms of your trading plans. And this is what we have right now on the 1 hour. If we are interested to buy this, we need to wait for breakout of those previous highs, and then we can buy it. GBP US dollar, last week we had really nice moves, and some of you, I know, that catch really great trades. One of our elite students took trade on the GBP Swiss franc, and with the stop loss like 45, 50 pips. Right now he's in the profit around 350 pips. So this was really great catch. And I can even show you where he took it at the end of the video. And what we have on the GBP US dollar, of course, this volatility was caused, of course, but the Brexit information. Right now, if you pay attention to daily chart, maybe let's start from the weekly, like always. So we'll see what we have on the weekly. Yes, we are on the resistance. We also have a little bit of support here, so there is still room, and we have next level here. So it starts slowly to look like a long time, big time, like a big range, yes, like a big weekly range. So if we had the reaction here, maybe price continued to go to the previous lows. So we have this. If we again throw this line, we will see that price broke our line. Last week we said about short entries to trade in the retracement. Right now it looks like price broke our trend line, so we might have continuation of this down move. Right now on the 4-hour chart, we have to wait for retracement back to the 36 EMA, and if we see this, we can try to go short again to target this. This might be nice target. If price breaks this trend line here, this one, and will go up, maybe we'll get again this weekly long 1 to 3, and then you can try to think about possible long scenarios, but after this trend line breakout, and then target those previous highs. Yeah. So this is option for cable, and GBP yen looks more or less the same. We see our last week approach. We set about short entries, target this, and even you see we set about this target, and price broke this and went down another 300 pips. Yeah, so that's why we can try if our trading plan says that this is our approach. Fortunately, on the 1-hour time frame, we had only the steep setup, the steep retracement back to 12 EMA. So if you decide to take this one entry here, stop loss should be above the trend line. So this would be like 95 pips. We see that our risk reward was okay because it was 1-to-1. So we could still take this and manage the trade here, but we see that price went pretty nice lower. Yeah, so this was only for aggressive traders here, and combinations with lower time frames. I'm not sure if we had something. Let me just quickly check. And on the 5-minute chart, we didn't have much. Yes, we didn't have much. So maybe on the Renko charts, which filter out more noise. So what we have now on the GBPN is that price broke also our trend line. If we take a look on the weekly levels, we will find this support zone. Let me delete this. And next level of support might be somewhere around this area. So we go to daily chart. Right now, price is on the support. So what we might have is this retracement. So what we would like to get is the retracement back to the 36 EMA to see 4-hour chart 1 3, and then we can look for short entries on the 4-hour chart or lower time frame combination and target this. This is our trend line here. So maybe price will retest this line, will bounce and continue to go down. Yes. In this case, about the long scenarios, I'm not so sure right now. GBP dollar looks a little bit better for longs than GBPN in case of breakout of this trend line. So here I would just focus only on the short entries for now. New Zealand yen. This also made our approach, because we said about the breakout of this and target our trend line and 36 EMA, and we see that price went down and retested this, and we had immediately reaction in the up move, because we are still in the uptrend. If we pay attention to weekly chart, we are still in the uptrend, but basically price started to range a little bit. Yes, we still have our lines. We don't have to redraw them because we still see that price is on the same level and we have still same approach. But right now we would wait for breakout of this trend line and look for short entries, target support, breakout of the resistance, look for buys to target this, or we can still trade in this small area here on the lower time frames, like an intraday trading, something like that. So how we can use this to trade on the lower time frames? Of course, only longs, because we would like to take it with the main direction. So we have this resistance. Right now, we see that price is in the range. So what we have to do, for example, on the 15-minute chart, if we see that price is making new higher high and higher low, it's breaking this, then you can look for possible buy scenarios. And of course, we try to target this resistance and previous tops. Yes, if price breaks this, yes, because this is also option that price breaks this will go. We might get really nice trade. Yeah, so this is using the yen short entries, of course, after breakout of this trend line. New Zealand US dollar looks more or less the same. The thing is that on the weekly chart, it looks a little bit better. It's not in the range. It's in the trend, but we see that this trend is slowing down. We have this resistance. We have another resistance higher, and we have support area here. Yeah. So what we might have. We have this again. This is area of the resistance. What we might get is the same situation like on the New Zealand dollar yen. So we might get continuation or breakout, and then we start to look for short entries. So after trendline breakout, definitely short entries, target next support level. In case if price breaks this, we have another support here on the daily chart. So we have there is room to go lower, definitely. And on the lower time frames, we can use exactly same situation. Yes, we have this resistance. I know that the resistance from the weekly chart is here, but again, this is area, this is zone. So basically, you can try to target the previous stops. This is like 90 pips. So if you are interested to trade this, right now price is sliding on this level, so we need to see that price has volatility and making higher high, higher low, and we can try to buy it. There's definitely we can try to buy it. And we would like to sell it only after trendline breakout. Yes, only after trendline breakout. And if price would like to continue to go higher, we have next level here. So another potential maybe 200 pips. It's still good target. Gold, it's still the same zone, yes, like in the last week. We have our support levels, we have our resistance. Price on the weekly is bouncing on the 12, so we might have another attempt to go long to target this, but there is also chance for this bigger retracement after this huge move. Last time we said that we would like to see breakout. It looks like price broke it, but we see that there was not much volatility. And if we pay attention, if we change a little bit angles of our 4-hour time frame, yes, we see sometimes we need to adjust the lines. We will see that we are still in this area. So what we need to see is still breakout of this or breakout of that together with this, ideally with this support zone. Yes, this is what we would like to get. And then we can, here we look for short trades against main direction. Here we look for long trades with main direction. Target is more than enough, so we can trade this. So let me show you this trade which our members took. Unfortunately, I don't have screenshot, but maybe I will ask him next time. So I will show you in the weekly forecast. So what he did, here we had this trend line here, but he was trading against main direction. Yes, he was trading against main direction. We also had this resistance. Price bounce. There was option for retracement back to the daily 36 EMA. This is our support. We also had support here. Everything was broken. So what he did, he took it. He saw this trend line breakout, and he went to M30 because he trades on the M30, and he just took this first setup on the M30 after trendline breakout, together with the 36 EMA breakout on the 4-hour chart. Price was making new lower lows, so this was really nice approach, really nice entry. Entry was here, and he put stop loss like 45 or 50 pips because there was also a trend line. There was also trend line here, so he decided to protect himself. So you see, he didn't place the stop loss like we always do above 0.3, for example. Yes, he just placed the stop loss a little bit higher, like 50, 55 pips, just to protect himself in case, because this is M30, in case of another retest. Yes, because sometimes we have this situation. You have two ways. You can just place stop loss higher, or you can place stop loss here, and if we have retest and you see that this still holds, you can re-enter again. So with the really tiny stop loss, right now it's a trade around 360 pips because he trailed stop loss above 1 hour 36 EMA. Yeah, so this was really great trade. So guys, thanks a lot for watching this video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us. Again, I invite you to our free webinar with the ATFX broker. Definitely, this is good time to be with us, so I can also answer all your questions. You will see what we do, how we approach the market, a little bit more knowledge. So really invite you. Wish you all great trading week. If you have any questions, always feel free to contact us. We are here to help you. So thanks, and see you next week. Bye.